Hey everyone, today I have the partners tag for you, and my partner is Jillian Raimundo.
Hi!
And she's a really cool booktuber. She has a lot of discussions or recommendation videos out. She's not only doing book reviews, but she reads some interesting books, but she also does recommendations and tags, like the usual stuff and a little bit more. So go check her out, but first let's see what kind of questions she has for me. We decided to keep this a little bit short and sweet, so we only have 4 bookish questions and 1 personal question. Let's start with the bookish question. Jillian, hit me.
Have you ever had a dream because of a book?
I always read before I go to bed, so I constantly fall asleep in the middle of reading. And sometimes I don't realize that I've fallen asleep. So I think I've been reading, but basically I've been dreaming the story. So that is something I do very often. Sometimes I also have that in the middle of the night. I wake up and I think like, hey, did I just read that? Did I just dream that? Or did that happen? So I would say that constantly happens. Unfortunately, I cannot remember any to tell you.
Which literary world from a book would you love to live in? And also, which literary world would you not even want to consider visiting?
If I could visit any book world, I think I'd want to go to Discworld, because I just love everything about it and I'd love seeing and traveling it. I'd be the second tourist on Discworld. I also have 4 eyes. And a world I really wouldn't want to live in, that's definitely any dystopian or apocalyptic world. It's always so bleak and dark and no energy, no food, diseases. You just constantly fight to survive. I'd rather lay back and be relaxed.
Which character do you relate to the most and why?
I can relate to quite a lot of people, either due to some experiences they have or some trouble they go through. I find that very interesting in books, that you can find something to relate to. But thinking about this question made me think of Scarlett Thomas and The End of Mr. Y, where I had the feeling this book is written for me and about me at some point. The main character is pretty similar to me. She's sort of my age, well, when I read it. And she has red hair, she studied literature, she's kind of lost in what she wants to do, and everything is kind of crazy in her life at some point, and that was exactly, well, not exactly, but that was pretty similar to my life. Same happened with her other books that I read. Here we have an author who never finishes anything, and here we just have people who don't really want to get involved with reality, just continue talking and being young and not grow up, basically.
If you were to throw a party, which 3 literary characters would you invite?
Okay, first of all, I wouldn't throw the party. I would have Gatsby throw the party, and he would be one of the guests. And I'd also invite Henry and Claire, because I just love Henry and Claire, and I'd love to meet them and talk to them and just be their friend. And now to the personal question.
When did you consider yourself as an adult? Was there any specific moment that made you realize that you were an adult?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really consider myself an adult. I know I do grown-up things, but I've always been doing them in some ways, being responsible and stuff. But with a lot of things, I still say when I'm grown up or when I'm old. I wouldn't say I've grown up yet. Sorry, can't help you there. Honestly, it's not something I want to do. Being a grown-up sounds really scary and boring. There you have it. Those were all my answers to Jillian's question. Now head on over to her channel to see what kind of questions I had for her and what she said to them. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.